course, the musical. Urinetown, the place is, well, it's a place you'll hear people referring to a lot throughout the show.
You hear the news? They carted old so-and-so off to Urinetown the other day.
Is that so? What'd he do?
Oh, such and such, I hear.
Well, what do you know? Old so-and-so. It's a kind of a mythical place, you understand? A bad place. A place that you won't get to see until Act 2, and then, well, let's just say it's filled with symbolism and things like that. But Urinetown, the musical, well, here we are. Welcome. The show takes place in a town, like any town that you might find in a musical. This here is the first setting for the show. As the sign says, it's a public amenity, meaning public toilet. These people here have been waiting for hours to get in. It's the only amenity that they can afford to get into.
Say, Officer Lockstock, is this the part where you tell the audience about the water shortage?
What's that, little Sally?
You know, the water shortage. The hard times, the drought, a shortage so awful that private toilets eventually became unthinkable. A premise so absurd that...
Whoa there, little Sally! Not all at once. They'll hear more about the water shortage in the next scene.
Oh, I guess you don't want to overload them with too much exposition, huh?
Everything in its time, little Sally. You're too young to understand it now, but nothing can kill a show like too much exposition.
How about bad subject matter?
Well?
Or a bad title, even. That could kill a show pretty good.
Well, little Sally, suffice it to say that in Urinetown, the musical, everyone has to use public bathrooms to take care of their private business. That's the central conceit of the show. Better hope your pennies add up to the fee. We can't have you peeing for free. If you do, we'll catch you. We never fail, and we never bother with jail. You'll get Urinetown, off you go to Urinetown, away with you to Urinetown, you won't need bail. Later on you'll learn that these private toilets are controlled by a public company. They keep prices high generally, so if you're down on your luck, you have to come to a place like this. One of the poorest, filthiest urinals in town.
And you can't just go in the bushes either. There's laws against it.
That's right, little Sally. Harsh laws, too. That's why little Sally here is counting her pennies. Isn't that so, little Sally?
I'm very close, officer. Only a few pennies away.
Aren't we all, little Sally? Aren't we all?
Excuse me, sir. But can you tell me the way to the private company that controls these public bathrooms?
You mean you're in good company?
That's the one.
You'll meet the guy that runs You're in Good Company later. That there is his daughter.
It's a long ways from here, ma'am. This here's the bad part of town.
So it is.
But if you squint, you can just make out their headquarters rising above the skyline.
The gleaming tower on the hill?
That's the one.
Gosh, it's beautiful.
You most certainly are.
Pardon?
It most certainly is.
Oh dear, but I don't want to be late. Thanks ever so much for the directions and such. Bye.
Anytime. Well, we've tucked on for long enough, I imagine. Enjoy the show, and welcome to Urinetown, the musical.
You are humble audience. You have come to see what it's like when people can't be free.
Can't be free.
First act lasts an hour. Don't assume you're fine. Let's go now. There often is a line. You'll get Urinetown. One restroom here at
This is your town.
That's what you said last week, and I still haven't seen Pennywise, and it's Ms. Pennywise to you.
Bobby, reason with the woman, I'm a little short this month. No shorter than yesterday, unless I've grown.
He's my promise, Pennywise. Can he come in for free just this once?
Get your head out of the clouds, Bobby Strong. No one gets in for free.
No, Miss Pennywise, we've all had to make our special arrangements with people in high places over the years. Why not let this one be ours?
If Old Man Strong gets it for free, then so do I.
And I!
Quiet! No one's getting anywhere for free. Don't you people think I have bills of my own to pay? Don't you think I have taxes and tariffs and payoffs to meet too? Well, I do. And I don't pay them in promises, see? I pay them in cash. Cold, hard cash. Every morning you all come here, and every morning some of you got reasons why you ain't gonna pay. And I'm here to tell you, you ain't gonna pay.
Miss Pennywise.
No one's Bobby.
Oh, Penny, what difference could it make?
What difference? Times are hard, our cash is tight, you've got no right, I've heard it all before. Justice once is once too much, cause once they once will, what a once more. I run the only toilet in this part of town, you see. So if you gotta go, you've got to go through me. It's a privilege to be. Water's worth its weight in gold these days. No more bathrooms like in olden days. You come here and pay a fee for the privilege to pee. 20 years we've had the drought, and our reservoirs have all dried up. I take my baths now in a coffee cup. I boil what's left of it for tea, and it's a privilege to be. The politicians in their wisdom saw that there should be a law. The politicians taxed the toilets and made illegal public urination and defecation. So come and give a chorus to me. Write your name here in the record book. The authorities will want to know you've been regular with me. If you paid the proper fee for the privilege to pay.
Miss Pennywise.
I said no once, Bobby. You're a sweet-looking boy and I like to keep you around, but this man ain't coming in without paying. Not this time.
What's longer, Bobby? There's no telling what I might do.
You think you've got some kind of right? Kind of right, kind of right. You think you'll come in here and go for free?
Snag a free.
The only thing you'll get is no for free.
Negatory.
I'm a business gal.
Business gal, you see.
I sell the privilege to be. The good Lord made us, so we take each day until we piss away. The good Lord made sure see me, and I think I'll charge you twice.
No need to jeopardize your position.
Or better yet, have you arrested.
Doing all this, you see!
Since you prefer the law gets tested.
Scrubbing cash 3 times a day!
And in Urinetown you'll see.
Tracy with the nitrates at the time!
Why, it's dumb to fight with me.
Nowhere to live!
For the privilege to pay.
He's going, then I'm going. Make way, damn you, make way.
Oh, that's better.
So, if ain't old man strong.
The same.
Is this your doing strong?
It is.
Seize him. You've done a terrible thing here today, Strong.
I did what I thought was necessary.
Not Bobby. Never thought I'd live to see the day.
Breaking the Public Health Act is an exiling offense, Strong.
Quite exiling.
What if it is? I feel better now, and that's all I cares about.
Oh, Pa. I always knew we'd get you in the end, Joseph Strong. Take him away.
Bobby!
Pa!
Remember me, boy!
I will, Pa!
And tell your mother that I love her!
I will, Pa, I will!
Remember me, boys! Oh, what have I done? Remember me!
Remember, Bobby, what became of him.
Remember.
How he indulged away. Remember how he made a mockery. He shunned the crockery, off to the dockery. Don't be like him. What became of him? What do you mean by that? Just keep your head out of the clouds. That's all I'm saying. Good day.
All right, who's first?
It's my last few dollars, but I'll pay.
Me too.
Me too.
I'll pay, always and forever, just so long as you keep letting us pay.
Oh, Pa, what's become of you?
Back to work then, Bobby. The morning rush is on.
Isn't that what we're all asking ourselves, Senator? Where's my dough? From the cop walking his beat to the little baby asleep in his mother's arms, we're all asking ourselves the same question. Where's my dough? And by dough, of course, I mean money.
Well, I made my speech. Where's my dough?
Well, there'll be plenty of dough for everyone, Senator, provided the new fee hike breezes through the legislature.
Well, I was hoping to wait for the vote on my latest fact-finding mission to Rio. What if one of you around once the new fee hike breaks through?
You think I've gone too far this time, don't you, Phil?
Oh, it's a powder keg out there, Cladwell. And by this time, I think it's gonna blow.
Daddy!
Hope! Thank goodness you finally made it.
Oh, sorry, I'm late, Daddy. I left just as soon as my exams were finished.
How's everything, dear?
Oh, fine, Daddy, just fine. It feels great to be done with school, finally.
You see there, Mr. McQueen, beautiful, big-hearted, and now the head filled with the best stuff money can buy.
Well, if the stuff in her head is nearly as big as the stuff in her heart, I'm sure she'll be running this company in no time.
That's enough, Mr. McQueen.
Yes, of course.
Where'll all be? Oh, Cladwell. And all grown up, too.
Hello, Senator.
Come to join your father's little operation.
Aw, it's just a fax copy position, of course. First day.
Fax copy girl, huh? Well, your father mentioned he was bringing on a fax copy girl, but he neglected, however, to mention how beautiful she'd be. You'd be. You're so beautiful. Even as a little girl, I always
That's
thought-
enough, Phil.
Yes, of course.
Well, we won't keep you, Senator. It's a big day. I'm sure you'll have your hands full on the floor of the legislature, what with the new fee hike vote and all.
Oh, the vote will come through Cladwell, and by this time tomorrow I fully expect them to be full of cash.
Oh, well, I'll be full of cash, Senator, provided the vote comes through.
Oh, the vote will come through Cladwell. It'll come through as long as you come through with the cash.
No worries there, Senator. Once the vote comes through, there'll be nothing else come through but the cash.
And no need to worry about the vote.
Pip, I think we understand each other.
Yes. Well, goodbye.
Let's meet the staff. Staff! Staff, this here is my daughter and our newest fax copy girl, Hope Cladwell. Hope Cladwell, the good people of Urinetown Company, or UGC as it's known for short.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Hope.
Say a few words, Hope, darling.
Oh, well, it's a great company, and I hope to help you make it even greater.
Well, that's absolutely right, Hope, dear. Absolutely right. For you see, ladies and gentlemen, 20 years ago, we came to the people of this community with a simple proposition. Look the other way while we run this company the way we see fit. We'll keep the pee off the streets and the water in the ground. And Hope here has come to join our little operation to help us keep that promise. So promise me you'll treat her like the Cladwell she is. For one day, she may be standing in the shoes you see me wearing today. The very shoes I wore when I made that promise those many years ago. I saw gray skies foreboding and bold. I saw gray skies and made them rainbow. Now those skies aren't so bleak to behold. They're still gray, but they paid for their salaries tenfold. I took this town that formerly stank. I took this town and made it smell swag. I made Flushing meet Flush at the bay. I'm the man with the plan, and so who should you thank? Who?
Mr. Cladwell, we're so thankful for that tank full of dough. Your Victoria door and its cash that you lore. Could we hope for much more? We really doubt it.
You may be right there.
Mr. Cladwell, you've got riches, which is just what we need. We say hail to you, the Duke of the Ducats.
I can bring in bucks by the bucket.
You're the master, you're making money.
Faster still, the fee's making honey.
You're Mr. Cladwell.
Gosh, Daddy, I never realized that large monopolizing corporations can be such a force for good in the world.
You do!
All the coins that we take from the floor end up here where those coins all belong. Lots of coins make our company strong.
Charging fees as we please, it's alright, it's not wrong.
We're all we need funds for our big research team.
Men with lab coats with test tubes and steam.
What it shows no one knows, but hey, still we can dream of.
Mr. Cladwell, finding answers, curing cancers of doubt.
My dad.
Your ambitions are high, but your humblest high. What a wonderful guy, we simply love you.
You're making me blush now.
Mr. Cladwell, you're so godly, oddly perfect and right.
You are almost an empty and unpretentious.
Fancy-free and so conscientious.
Wise but trendy, tough as a mountain.
Goodness flows from you like a fountain. You're Mr.
Gosh, Daddy, they certainly do seem to adore you. So why do I feel so conflicted?
Nonsense! Did I send you to the most expensive university in the world to feel conflicted? Or how to manipulate great masses of people?
To learn how to manipulate great masses of people, Daddy.
Which is exactly what we'll do. Now get faxing.
And copying.
And welcome home.
537, 538, just a few more.
Well, hello there, little Sally. Awfully late for a little girl to be out and about, especially on a night like tonight.
Oh, just trying to scrape together a few coins before a late night rush is all. Got one to spare?
Sure, little Sally. I'm in a good mood tonight.
Gee, thanks. Say, Officer Lockstock, I was thinking. We don't spend much time on hydraulics, do we?
Hydraulics, little Sally?
You know, hydraulics, hydration, irrigation, or just plain old laundry. Seems to me with all this talk on water shortage and drought and whatnot, we might spend some time on those things too. After all, a dry spell would affect hydraulics too, you know.
Yes. Let's see, how shall I put it? Sometimes, in a musical, it's better to focus on one big thing rather than a lot of little things. The audience tends to be much happier that way, and it's easier to write.
Oh, I get it. Then why not hydraulics?
Well, run along then, little Sally. Wouldn't want you to miss last call. Miss Pennywise won't hold the gate forever, you know.
Oh, yeah, right. Thanks for the coin. Bye.
What a night.
Everything cleaned up all right, Miss Barrel?
Sure is, same as always. Did you hear him scream though, Mr. Lockstock?
Old man strong?
All the way down to Urinetown.
Yes, I heard him scream, Miss Barrel. But then, they all seem to scream in the end now, don't they? As their long journey into exile comes to a close, and the spires of Urinetown peak above the horizon, they do scream then, Miss Barrel. They most certainly do.
I was hoping he might be different somehow.
Different?
Old man Strong. Always seemed a bit tougher than the rest. I was hoping he might, I don't know, surprise us somehow.
Yes, well, if there's one thing I've learned in my many years enforcing the laws in this city, it's that the journey down to Urinetown offers no surprises. Not even from the very toughest among us. No, on that journey expect only the expected. Well, it's a hard, cold tumble of a journey worthy of a gurney, a bumble down, a slapped face, snapped with a mace, certain to debase as I stumble down. It's a path that leads to only one place, forward which we can trace a crumble down. A hard, cold tumble of a tourney, jumble of a journey to Urinetown. Julie Cassidy went to a field behind a tree, saw no one who could see her be
But me!
and Jacob rose and blue, thought he was safe up in his room. Didn't know the jars he kept up there would obligate a trip to Urinetown. Well, there are those who think are not as vicious.
Overly malicious.
A bunch of fruits, but a tweet who gather for the people.
Tavern to the steeple.
Often fruits are task, bring a little order.
Swindle out of horror.
For what he loots, as the book says, is certainly a season.
Tremble out of treason.
Hot belt boots. Roger Roosevelt kept a cup below his belt. Cup ran over when he knelt.
Scrout. We dealt.
And Joseph, old man strong, held his peace for much too long. Hoped his son might bail him out. His guess was good, but also wrong.
Well, years passed on, the dinner truck was scooping out a bungle of nature's bow. The knife of constant deprivation, certain aggravation to its toe. Soon learned power of the truncheon, organize a function, came to harm. So, if peace is what you're after, Urinetown's the rafter to hang it on.
Julie Cassidy. Jacob Rose in blue. Roger Jacob Rose in blue. Julie Joseph old and strong. Don't be like them, don't be like them, don't be like them, don't be like them, don't be like them.
go then, boys, and happy hunting.
Yes. Well, have you made plans for your journey yet?
To Urinetown?
To Rio, of course.
Oh, yes, Rio. Well, I had to squeeze Cladwell a little tighter than usual for our monthly payoffs, extortion fees, money bribes, and such, but...
Caution, Mr. Lockstock. But it would appear we are no longer alone.
Well, I'll be...
If I am not mistaken, that there's his daughter.
So it is, and all grown up. Miss Cladwell! Out a little bit late, don't you think?
Oh, hello, officers.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were on a late night behind the bushes to relieve yourself of free kind of a walk.
Oh, no, officers. I'm just coming home from work. First day, long hours.
Just like us.
Oh, there's some kind of big vote down at the legislature tonight. Plenty of faxing to do.
And copying, I'd imagine.
Oh, yes, and copying.
Well, I must say, Miss Cladwell, your father mentioned the size and purity of your heart. He neglected, however, to mention the size and purity of your beauty.
Does beauty have a size, officer?
In some countries. I take care on these streets late at night, Miss Cladwell. There's no telling what a few people wouldn't do for some coins.
Especially these days, what with the new fee hikes and all.
Oh, I'm not afraid of people, officers.
Oh, no?
Not really. Everyone has a heart, you see. And as long as you know that, you need never fear a soul.
Everyone?
Everyone.
Even criminals?
Even criminals.
Even policemen?
Bobby Straw!
Out a little late, don't you think? Out late taking care of another late night rush is all. There's talking more fee hikes. People are starting to get edgy. Well, I'm glad to hear you were otherwise engaged. Wouldn't want to put you under suspicion for taking a late night behind the bushes. I don't need to do that anymore, officers. Not while I work for Penny, I don't.
But you still need to keep your head out of the clouds now, don't you?
And what does that mean? What she means is, you're a good boy, Bobby Strong. See that you don't end up like your father. And how did my father end up? Well, we're off, our work's never done. Good night.
Good night, officers.
Good night, Bobby.
You were rather brave with them.
I don't care much for policemen. Not those two, anyway.
Well, policemen protect the peace,
Do they?
usually.
Didn't I see you down by the Amenity this morning?
That was me. I was just rushing off to work. First day.
Find your way all right?
The gleaming tower on the hill. Couldn't miss it.
Beautiful.
It's rather shiny, that's true enough.
Did you mean what you said about everyone having a heart?
Well, sure I did.
Because mine feels awful cold just now.
Cold?
Or empty. One of the two.
Not because of me, I hope.
Oh no. It's because of something I did.
Bobby, reason with the woman. I'm a little short this morning.
No shorter than yesterday unless I'm proud!
Or something I didn't do, rather.
Well, if it feels cold, then it must still be there, don't you think?
Unless there's a vacuum where it used to be.
A vacuum? In your chest? It sounds so implausible.
I did something wrong is all I'm trying to say. And I can't seem to get it out of my head.
The vacuum?
My action. I let someone down that I love dearly. And I feel awful bad about it.
Well, maybe that's nature's way of telling you that now's the time to lift someone up.
Really?
Sure? Do you think you'd be feeling as bad as you do if you didn't have a heart?
I don't know. I suppose not.
Of course you wouldn't, because then you'd be dead. With darkness around you and you lose your way, you have your own compass that turns night to day, and it's even with you before you depart. Be still, hear it beating, it's leading you, follow your heart.
Follow my heart. But to where?
To wherever your heart tells you to go.
Even there?
Even to the clouds, if that's what your heart commands. What's it saying now?
I don't know. I don't know how to listen to my heart.
You have to listen carefully. Let me try.
Do you...
There it is. It's saying, we all want a world filled with peace and with joy, with plenty of water for each girl and boy. That bright shining world is just waiting to start. No meanness or sorrow, just cleanness tomorrow. If only you'd follow your heart. You see there, Bobby? Even your heart knows you should follow your heart.
Peace and joy, plenty of water. I guess I do want those things.
There's something else your heart was saying. Maybe something I shouldn't have heard.
There was.
I think so. He was barely audible, but I definitely heard something.
Well, what was it?
Let me try again. Maybe I can make it out this time. There it is. So faint. It's saying, follow into the open air, forward from squalor and noise. Follow, someone is waiting there. Someone who shares all your hopes and your joys. Someone is waiting there. Why, my heart was saying those exact words just the other day.
It was?
Sure it was. Squalor and noise, hopes and joys. It was telling me about all those things.
I didn't know two hearts could speak as one.
I didn't either! Until now. Here, listen.
Someday I'll meet someone whose heart joins with mine. Aortas and arteries all intertwined. They'll beat so much stronger than they could apart. 8 chambers of muscle to hustle the love in our heart. Love is kind and considerate.
Love is peaceful and fair.
Love can creep up so suddenly. When you least think of it, your love is there. We all want a world filled with peace and with joy, with plenty of justice for each girl and boy. That bright shining world is just waiting to start. No anger or badness, just laughter and gladness. If only I follow your heart.
Well, good night.
Bobby. Bobby Strong.
Good night, Bobby Strong.
And good night.
Hope.
Good night, Hope. I won't forget about what you said, about the clouds in my heart.
And I won't forget about what you said about the laughter and the gladness. Wait a minute. When will I see you again?
I'm afraid in this darkness you can't see me at all. But a bright, shining new world is just waiting to start. I can feel it. Come to Public Amenity number 9 tomorrow. I'll show it to you.
Loves him, doesn't she, Officer Lockstock?
Oh, of course she does, little
what like, little Sally?
You're in town.
Oh, I can't tell you that, little Sally.
Why not?
Oh, because it's a secret. That's why. Its power depends on mystery. I can't just blurt it out like, there is no Urinetown, we just kill people. Oh, no. No, that information must be oozed out, slowly, until it all bursts forth in one mighty cathartic moment. Somewhere in Act 2, with people singing and things like that.
Oh, I get it.
Well, I'd best be going. It's almost time for the next scene.
The next morning at the Amenity when the new fee hikes are announced?
That's the one. See you around, little Sally. Keep your head down.
The UGC awards Amenity number 9, the first of our new and entirely legal fee hikes, which we hope you will all honor and enjoy. Of course, no one knows better than the good people at You're in Good Company how difficult times are. So, for the time being, our decision is firm, and we look forward to going to Rio with our new profits. We look forward to finding lasting solutions and things like that. Good luck, Miss Pennywise. See you in, well, you know where.
You can't do this to us, Miss Pennywise. It'll be up to Urinetown for a lot of us sooner or later if you do.
And it'll be up to Urinetown for me if I don't. Now get in line and have your money ready. The new fee hike money, that is.
Miss Pennywise!
Bobby Strong, where the hell have you been?
I'm sorry, Miss Pennywise. I was up all night thinking is all.
Up all night thinking, is it? You work for me now, Bobby. You don't have to go in the bushes anymore.
I wasn't.
Like father, like son, that's what I say.
But it was about my father that I was thinking about, Miss Pennywise. About what happened to him. About what's happening to all of us.
He broke the law yesterday, Bobby. That's the end of it.
And what if the law is wrong?
What did you say?
I said, what if the law is wrong? What if this is all wrong?
Bobby, you got a sweet-looking head, but you keep it up there in the clouds day after day after day, and it's gotta come down from there. You hear me, Bobby Strong? Get that head out of the clouds! You get it out of the clouds!
Off in the distance, there's a beautiful horizon.
All right, folks, you know the drill.
Gleaming and radiant, it's what I'll keep my eyes on.
The same as it's always been.
As the world turns to face the sun and start another day, it suddenly occurs to me that maybe we can find another way. Look at the sky, full of hope and promise. It's a shining ideal, how I reel when I look at the sky.
Now, who's first?
I am.
Mom.
I'll take your seat now, Mrs. Strong. Improved free, that is.
Daily we think they are nickels, dimes, and quarters. Daily we break them, because we have to follow orders.
This is all I have, Miss Pennywise.
And we keep filling money bags with broken lives and dreams. But what's it for? I can't ignore these black immoral profit-making schemes. Look at the sky, high above this madness. Here below, feel our shame. It must stop in the name of the sky.
This is all I have, Bobby. Is it enough?
You hold on to your money, Ma.
Really?
The fee is law, Bobby Strong. She'll abide by it or she'll join her husband.
And what if there's a new law in town, Miss Pennywise? A new law that didn't come from any voting process or elected body or process of judicial review. A brand new law that came from an organ. That's right, a muscular blood pumping organ. Like this one, right here.
A muscular organ.
Well, can't you see, Miss Pennywise? Well, if this one's too small for you, why not try this one on for size?
It's blinding me!
Look at the sky, There just is. Don't ask why. It's the sky.
Bobby, don't do this. You'll regret it.
Oh, I don't think so. Come on, Ma. This one's on the house. For everyone. Forever!
Your heart knows all these great and
God things mere brains can never know.
your heart points to the great big blue where the people's allegiance must go.
Tell me where!
Look at the sky.
At the sky.
That's our inspiration.
At the sky.
We try to begin when we look at the sky.
What's to become of you, Bobby? What's to become of us all?
Look at the sky.
There's a people.
Rise of people. It's a banner so wide, flying proudly with pride in the sky.
In the sky.
You'll be off to Rio, then, I imagine.
Already got my ticket.
Good work on the floor of the legislature, Phip. I heard it was touch and go there for a while.
Well, your Beaches of Rio slideshow changed their mind soon enough. Just like it changed my mind those many years ago. God, I wish I never met you, Caldwell B. Cladwell.
Oh, sorry to interrupt, Daddy. I just wanted to make sure you got your morning faxes.
Why, Hope, you're absolutely glowing.
It seems that the office works great, sir. What with the faxing and all.
And the copying.
Oh, yes, the copying. You're a good girl, Hope Cladwell. I used to be one before I met your father.
A good girl?
You heard me.
Oh.
622, 623, just a few more.
Daddy, can I ask you a question?
Sure, Hope, what is it?
Do you believe in love?
Love? Why do you ask?
Oh, it's nothing. I met this boy, you see.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Cladwell. We've got a small problem.
Caldwell! Long time!
No, see. Miss Pennywise.
Anyway. It's Amenity number 9, sir. The people there have rioted.
Rioted?
They're peeing for free, Caldwell. I tried to stop them.
The assistant custodian there is refusing to take the people's money, sir. A young man by the name of Bobby Strong.
Bobby Strong?
They rescinded the Public Health Act, sir.
And the Water Preservation Act.
Can they do that?
Strictly symbolic. The crowd gathered there is a distinctly small percentage of the population as a whole.
Well, what's happening, Daddy? I don't understand.
I wouldn't expect a good and pure heart like yours to understand, Hope.
Miss Barrel and I are ready, Mr. Cladwell. Just give us the word.
Well, what did I tell you, Cladwell? It's a powder king out there. Now, I'm a very important plane to catch.
Phip, you're not going anywhere. Not until we nip this unpleasantness in the bud.
Nip. How so?
You're Cladwell, Hope. What would you do if the very foundation of your life's work were threatened by a rebel-rousing son of a convicted criminal?
I would look deep into his heart and find out what made it pound so angrily.
Angry, you say? No one gets angry with me, not without a beating.
A beating? Oh, Daddy, beating people is wrong.
Life is a beating. The sooner you learn that, the better.
Well, then life is wrong.
Life is many things. Look closely, Hope. You'll see it. I do. I see it everywhere. A little bunny in a meadow. He's nibbling grass without a care. He's so delightful as he hops for you. You say, "Hi, bunny," and he stops for you. You pull your trigger, and he drops for you. With pride, hello, rabbit. why it's funny. Don't be the bunny. Don't be the bunny.
But Daddy, we're talking about people, not animals.
People are animals, Hope, dear.
Animals with huge incisors and big floppy feet.
Look closely, Hope. You'll see them. I do. I see them everywhere. A little bunny had a toll booth. He needs a measly 50 cents. Our bunny didn't plan it. Poor bunny simply doesn't have the bread. He begs for mercy but gets jailed instead. Hissing feathers in the air as the rabbit gets the chair. Read the message staff.
Clear as day, boss.
Don't be the bunny. Don't be the dope. Don't be the loser. You're much better than that hope. You're born with power. You're in the money. Advice to you. Be the bunny. Don't be the bunny.
A bunny at a toll booth.
You heard me.
But Daddy, bunnies don't drive cars.
Don't they?
No. Actually, I don't think they do.
Live long enough, Hope, dear. You'll see many things.
Even a daughter doubting her father.
A little bunny in a showbox. He thinks he's found a brand new home. So snug and cozy on your closet door. And then you open up your closet door. Now what's that bunny in my closet for? With a mallet and some clippers, you'll find out no bunny slippers. See the moral people right behind you, boss. Don't be the bunny, don't be the shoe. You don't get stepped on, the one who steps is you. You're stepping up to where it's sunny. Step on the floor. Don't be the bunny. Don't be the bunny. Whoa. All right, everybody, get yourselves together. It's time we nabbed ourselves a few rabbits. Let's go.
One at a time, everyone will get a turn.
Here's some cash, Bobby, just for you.
You hold on to your money, friend, and relieve yourself in happiness.
A busy day so far. Busiest on record if the books are right. How's the urinal holding out?
A little spillage, but nothing to be concerned about. The people are happy. That's all that matters.
Police!
Run! It'll take a lot of explaining to keep us calm, Bobby Strong. We take control of these amenity officers. The people here pay for free.
That's my amenity officers. I want these people taken away.
Officer, what's happening?
Why, it's the Act 1 finale, little Sally. This is where Cladwell arrives to snuff out the uprising. It's a big song and dance number involving the entire cast.
Snuff out the uprising? But what about Bobby's dreams?
Oh, little Sally, dreams only come true in happy musicals and a few Hollywood movies. This certainly isn't either one of those. No, dreams exist to be crushed. It's nature's way.
This may not be a happy musical, Officer Lockstock, but it's still a musical. And when a little girl has been given as many lines as I have, there's still hope for dreams.
Bobby?
Oh,
What are you doing, Bobby? I told you to follow your heart, not seize an amenity.
I did follow my heart, Hope, thanks to you.
The amenity won't take much more of this uprising, Cladwell. Bobby's a sweet boy, but not sweet enough to sweeten that spillage, not by a long shot.
The amenity will take as much as it has to, Miss Pennywise. The days of deprivation for these people are over.
Yay! All the days of deprivation have just begun if this madness continues a moment longer.
Sure, Mr. Cladwell, that's what we've been saying for 20 years. And for 20 years, we waited for the long-term solutions that never came. Well, we're done waiting, you see. For a new day has dawned today. A day of hope and happiness. A day where the idea of human dignity is not a forgotten notion, but a living, breathing reality. A day, this day, when the people pee for free, because the people are free. Hooray! Free, people are free. How can a fee enslave us? See, how can we be free from the chains he gave us? We're suffering now such lives of sorrow. Don't give us tomorrow, just give us a day.
Free, people are free. How can a fee enslave us? See how we can be free from the chains he gave us. We're suffering now such lives of sorrow. Don't give us tomorrow, just give us today.
From every hill, every steeple, ring out the anthem of the people, making a new way, breaking the clouds of gray to sing of today. Sing of today, sing of today,
Sing today, sing today, sing today.
Perhaps best to stay back here by your father, oh darling. The police will want to charge soon.
Your father!
Charge? Dad, these people need understanding, not brutality.
On the contrary, Hope dear, a little police brutality is exactly what these people need. Officer
Oh,
Lockstock!
Daddy, wait! He only wants the people to be happy. Isn't that worth something?
Happy, you say? Happy! So you want happy, Mr. Strong? Or did you say happy, Mr. Strong? If the people be for free, I'd be as happy as a man. With no rules and no worries, today things would be looking good. But too bad the water that we share fit inside the room. What of tomorrow, Mr. Strong?
But what of today?
What of tomorrow, Mr. Strong? Tomorrow, Mr. Strong. Our resources are as fragile as a newborn baby's womb. With your actions, you would dump a child and leave a lifeless womb. Where did it be? You're so short-sighted, so insensitive, so cold. Think of tomorrow, Mr. Strong.
But what of today? You are wrong, Mr. Strong. You and your socialistic wrong. If the people pay for free, they'll push the system to the brink. If today there's painless chalice, how tomorrow will not stink.
It's you and me now, Mr. Strong. Which one of us will think we see is you, Mr. Strong? We're on the subject of tomorrow.
You are
Wrong! Officer Lockstock, prepare your man!
Everybody into the amenity! We'll be relatively safer in there.
Bobby! Why didn't you tell me you're going to start a revolution?
Maybe for the same reason you didn't tell me you were Cladwell.
The same girl I was last night.
The girl last night would have joined us by now, Hope.
I can't fight against my father, Bobby.
And I cannot fight against him. So you can join us, or you can stand aside.
Stand aside.
You heard me.
Bobby, think you're standing on the brink. You'll be arrested soon. As soon as me, and I could never bear to see you taking.
Said to follow your heart. Here's where my heart beats. Now I'll do my part to banish all needs. You made me to see fantastically clear. When people be free, we've nothing to fear. Your words will I see. At first they seem odd. They ruin to deeds. These riots are child. Save today, not tomorrow. And the lives of sorrow. Today, today, save today.
This is a fight you cannot win, Mr. Strong. Your rebel is no match for my commander.
Oh, Bobby, he's right. They've got two men, and we're all so poor.
Release the girl, Bobby Strong, and face your punishment like a man.
Release. No one's holding.
Bobby, reason with the woman. I'm a little short this morning.
No shorter than yesterday, unless I'm grown.
You can punish our bodies, Mr. Cladwell, but you can never punish our spirit. Punish our body? I never agreed to any punishment of my body.
Oh, punishment is all you'll ever know. Now release the girl.
Bobby!
You're coming with us.
I told you, Bobby, I won't fight against my father.
And I told you I won't not fight against him.
How can I go with you and not fight against my father unless... Oh, Bobby! Oh, Bobby, no!
From every hill. Keep your men back, Cladwell. We've got your daughter, and we're not letting her go.
In the name of this God, you're coming with us!
Now we're gonna walk out of here, Mr. Cladwell, and you're gonna let us. That is, if you care about your daughter.
We're making a terrible mistake, Mr. Strong.
Bobby, let the girl go! She's got nothing to do with this!
Don't let her go, and follow me. Boss, what do we do?
Save them!
No!
Don't let them get away!
Help me! Help her!
Now run, everybody! Run for your lives! Run! Well, that's it for Act 1. As you can see, the rebel corps are making their getaway with Hope as their hostage. The rest of us have been thrown into confusion because we're all moving so damn slowly. So we don't get to catch them, not yet. Enjoy intermission, and see you shortly. Well, hello there, and welcome to Act 2. A few things have changed around here since we saw each other last, so I'll bring you up to speed on a few things. As you may remember, the rebel corps under Bobby's leadership took Hope as a hostage, using her as a shield to escape due punishment from my... man. Word has it, they're holed up in some sort of secret hideout somewhere. Could even be this one, right here.
Where is Bobby and Olga Strong and little Sally? They should have been back by now!
Ah, who are we kidding? The police probably nabbed them hours ago. It's only a matter of time before our whereabouts are tortured out of them.
What's it like, do you think?
You're in town? Don't even ask.
No one knows for sure.
I got my suspicions.
Sure, kid. Everybody's got their suspicions.
Oh, yeah?
What if you're in town? You're in town's the end. So with that brutal punishment, no need now to pretend.
The temper's stronger than you're hungry when they cut you down. They'll box you up and ship you out to college or in town. They'll box you up and ship you out to college or in town. Town. Dance? No, never do they dance. Those people down in Urinetown, they never get the chance. Dancing for Venice, never not a note, unless it's at the bottom of a rope. So don't get your hopes up. If they're not back soon, we give it to her, like they're gonna give it to us.
Well, people hear lots of things about Urinetown, of course, and that's just the way we like it. For example, a little boy once asked me, is Urinetown actually a nice place to live? Gingerbread houses along golden, frothy canals. Like Venice, only different? I didn't say yes. Didn't say no either.
I want them found, damn it! I want my daughter released and I want Bobby Strong punished!
Sir, we're working around the clock, but as the sign says, it's a secret hideout, so...
Enough of your excuses, Logstad. You've got weapons. Use them.
But sir! What is Urinetown? Urinetown's a tool, an instrument of power to enforce my iron rule. So send your troops to all the stoops to let them understand. If hope is not returned, it's Urinetown for all the land.
If hope is not returned, it's Urinetown for all the land, land.
Dance, dance, never will I dance. Those people with my daughter wanna make me change my stance. Stance, dance, forget it. Never not a line. I'll teach them not to take from me what's mine.
We should hurry, sir. The emergency planning forum is waiting.
Oh yes, the quorum, let's go.
Close one, Robbie. I thought Bear saw us there for sure.
We'll have to keep on our toes, Ma, at least until we've distributed the rest of these memos to the other assistant custodians in the city.
Do you think they'll join us?
Hard to say. They were scared like we used to be scared, but if what they say is true about everyone having hearts, they'll have to join us. What is Urinetown? Urinetown's a lie, a means to keep the poor in check until the day they die. I did not shirk their dirty work, but things are different now. We'll fight for right with all our might until we win somehow.
We'll fight for right with all our might until we win somehow. How.
Dance, dance, listen to it dance. My heart is like a stallion racing through a great expanse. Canyons of freedom, that's where it will waltz. Performing coronary somersaults.
Your heart is like a stallion?
I'll explain along the way. Come on, Ma, let's go. Where are they hiding, little Sally? Tell me and I'll see that things go easy on you.
Easy on me? You mean like sending me to the nice part of Urinetown?
That can be arranged.
Save it for one of your other stolies off some lock stock. My heart's with the rebellion. And besides, the way I see it, I'm already in Urinetown. We all are. Even you.
Me? In Urinetown?
Sure. The way I see it, Urinetown isn't so much a place as it is a metaphysical place. What is Urinetown? Urinetown is here. It's the town wherever people learn to live in fear. So look around, you finally found the place you've asked about. For Urinetown is your town if you're hopeless down and out.
For Urinetown is your town if you're hopeless down and out.
For Urinetown is your town. If you're hopeless down. And out. Where'd she go? Damn it! Welcome back to the show and enjoy what's left of it, Elite. Little Sally! Little Sally! Where are you? What do you mean by metaphysical? Ah!
Did she get the rope? 3, 2, 1, get over the car! Let me out of the car!
What's going all over the place? Sally, where the hell have you been? I'm near the towers all. Cladwell, Manfit, and Miss Pennywise, they was all meeting up there. Some kind of, I don't know what you want to call it. A quorum of some kind.
She gets the rope!
String her out. Wait a minute. You can't just give her the go.
Why not?
Because killing her would make us no better than them. Haven't you heard, little Sally? We are no better than them. In fact, we're worse. Worse?
What do you think they talk about those quorums they gotta bear? How good we are? So listen up now. Any second those clowns are gonna bust in here. They bust us up like a bunch of overripe cantaloupe. So I say if our juice is gonna spill all over this floor here, her juice is gonna spill too. Cladwell juice, then we'll see who's better than who. Look at her there, all bound up, gagged and tied, with her head full of hair and a heart full of pride. Well, boys, I've had enough of each other and then curl. Big bang boom, let's get tough, play it rough, snuff the girl.
Not that girl! But killing people is wrong!
Then why I feel so right?
Look at us here in a hole on the land with our hearts full of fear. What a rip! What a shame! The cops will be here, busting heads mighty quick.
But we'll beat them to the punch when we snuff out that chick.
Tried to do what we should.
Was it good? He's doing bad! Nuts! They fall close, so they say to the tree. Looky here! Here's an A going for Cladwell, I see. I say she is the nut, and of course we're the squirrel. She is what we say for winter, so let's love that girl. Big! Big!
A big bang! Big bang!
A big bang boom! Yeah! Snuff the girl! Snuff her! Oh yeah! Snuff her! Oh yeah! Now go! Snuff the girl! Snuff the girl! Ha! Ha!
This is the end. Roll the dice, place your bets in this miserable world. That's as good as it gets. So now let's live it up. Keep the oyster and the pearl, and let's get this party jumping. Really get it pumping. Get this party jumping, and let's stop that. Stop that girl!
Let's bring our message of hatred to the entire world!
Easy, friend. A message like this works best under extremely unbalanced circumstances.
Such as we have right here.
Exactly. Now get the rope.
That's right, the rope!
That's the answer! String her up! String up that strumpet daughter of the Urinal traitor to Cladwell!
Bobby Strong!
Nobody's gonna be killing anyone around here.
Why not?
Because she's our security blanket. That's why.
We're so afraid, Bobby! Killing her might make us feel more powerful for a moment.
Friends, I know you're scared, but this has got to be more than just revenge and the vicarious thrill of stringing someone up who can't defend herself.
But we want to hang her as revenge for her father's crimes.
I think he's just in love with her. That's what I think.
Maybe I am. And maybe I made a promise up there. A promise that from this day forward, no man would be denied his essential humanity due to the conditions of his pocketbook. That no man would be ignored by another with the means to help him. Here and now, from this day forward, because of you, and you, we will look into the faces of our fellow men and not only see a brother, but a sister as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
When did he say that?
I don't remember him saying that.
Oh, I remember him saying, let's run, Renfield,
That was in the heat of battle. And in the heat, the actual hotness of it, the cry of freedom sounds something like, run, freedom, run. Freedom, run away. My friends, you have to run, 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 freedom, run away. that freedom's sun will shine someday. So then you better run, run away.
I'm frightened.
As well you should be. Freedom is scary. It's a blast of cool wind that burns your face to wake you up.
Literally?
Yes. There's a trickle of sweat.
There's a trickle of sweat.
Dripping in your ears.
Dripping in your ears.
Still you gotta
Run away.
So don't you fret.
Run, freedom, run.
There's great plans on the stage.
Run, freedom, run.
It's good as it is on the stage.
Run, freedom, run.
So I'm
Run, freedom, run.
Run, freedom, run.
Run, freedom, run. Run, freedom,
Freedom, run away.
freedom, run away. Freedom, run away. My friends, you have to run, 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 run. Freedom, run away. Freedom, run away. That freedom sun, that freedom sun will shine someday.
A 3-4.
Till then you better run, freedom, run away.
Run, freedom, run.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. Run away,
Freedom, son.
freedom sun, sun sweet day. Run, 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 run. Hallelujah, freedom sun,
And you'll run to freedom's glory.
freedom sun.
Freedom, sun will shine out of your freedom story. I said freedom. Yes. I said freedom. I said freedom. Freedom, run away.
Freedom, run, run, freedom, freedom, run away.
What do we do now?
Well, the cops will be on the lookout for us, that's for sure.
When the time comes, we fight the police.
But how?
With blood, guts, brains if we have to. It may take years, and some of us will almost certainly not make it through the revolution alive. But fight on we will, for all the decades necessary to claim freedom for the people of this land.
Decades?
How about a real plan? I've got a real plan.
Miss Pennywise, how'd you find us?
I had a feeling you'd be here, Bobby Strong. No one knows the sewer system like you.
Or you?
Cladwell would like to talk to you, Bobby.
What about?
He says he would like to discuss the situation with you, man to man. He says he now understands how unhappy the people of this community have become, and he would like to work out a situation with you peacefully.
Now there's a shortcut.
That'll save us on the decades of struggle.
But can we trust him?
Mr. Cladwell isn't looking for a fight, Mrs. Strong. He just wants his amenities up and running, smooth and natural. That's all he ever wanted.
What do you think, little Sally?
I think it might be difficult for your love with hope to grow tied to that chair for the rest of her life.
All right, I'll go. That's just a chance I'll have to take.
And what about the girl?
She stays here. Any funny business, and she gets it. You tell that to Cladwell.
Sure, I'll tell him, but likewise with the girl. You give it to her, and he will give it to him. Get me?
Well, be careful.
Now, Hope, darling. Stay calm, dear. We'll have you out of this in no time.
Hello, Bobby.
Hello, Hope.
So, this is the bright new day you were telling me about.
I don't blame you for being angry with me, Hope, but your father gave me no choice.
They may not have taught me much at the most expensive university in the world, but they taught me this much. Kidnapping people is wrong.
Really? They taught you that there?
I thought we had something special together, Bobby.
We do have something special together, Hope. But until freedom rules the people of this land, instead of fear, I'm afraid love is as much a chance as a baby bunny drowning in a vat of boiling water.
Maybe less.
I didn't mean to drag you into all this, Hope.
And I didn't mean to. Oh, well, I guess I don't know what I meant to do.
Look to your heart, Hope. I think the answer you've been wanting is waiting for you there. Deep down, somewhere among the tissues.
Wait a minute. When will I see you again? When darkness surrounds you and you lose your way, you have your own compass that turns night to day, and it's even with you before you depart. We still hear it beating, misleading you. Follow your Bobby!
Days, Mr. Strong. Got a lot of people riled up.
This is only the beginning, Mr. Cladwell. The people have only just begun to fight.
Keeping my daughter confined against her will. Is that how the people fight?
They fight by any means necessary.
The streets are still ours, Mr. Strong. You and your people are just holed up under some underground sewer.
They'll be up. Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Cladwell. There's been a disturbance over at public amenity number 37. Number 15 as well. Word's beginning to spread.
People have gathered at all the rest. They're waiting to see what young Bobby will do.
After he meets with you, of course.
Of course. Mr. McQueen. Do you remember the stink years, Mr. Strong? The first years when the water table started to drop and then just kept on dropping? Nobody thought they had much time then, so many of us did questionable things. Much like the things that are happening right now. There was the looting, of course, and the hoarding. Riots broke out like there was no tomorrow, because there was no tomorrow. But there is always a tomorrow if you're tough enough to cling to it, which is exactly why I've asked you here tonight. Ooh. Some people think of me as an evil man.
Oh, Mr. Cladwell!
But the truth is, I'm no more evil than you, or Miss Pennywise, or any of those poor people you insist on trying to lead. I'm only a simple man trying to cling to tomorrow, every day, by any means necessary.
And what happens when the drought is over?
Over? Well, we can always hope, I suppose. But until then, our regimen for controlling consumption through the regulating mechanism of cash must continue.
Ah, yes, the regulating mechanism of cash.
Bobby, I want you to have this cash. And I want you to tell the people, the powers that be, grant full amnesty to those involved in this week's criminal activities, just as long as they're willing to return to the improved fee schedule as authorized by the legislature. Don't let it happen again. Have a good time in Rio.
So many tomorrows.
Yes.
I'm afraid my conscience will cost you more than a pile of cash, Mr. Cladwell.
Bobby, that really is an awful lot of cash.
Free access is the only cash I'm interested in.
I thought we had an understanding, Bobby.
Well, then understand this. If there is a way to that bright new world, we'll find it together. All of us, not just the wealthy few. And that means free access.
Free access is impossible.
Then that's what I'll tell the people.
Stop! I will not return to the stinkers, Mr. Strong. I'll not allow it.
Caldwell, what are you doing?
I spent a lifetime building this company, paying off the police, bribing the political elite, and snuffing out popular resistance as if it were a naughty baby bunny in the palm of my hand. My right hand. I centralized all power to a pinpoint spot right here between these two ears. I'm not going to allow some doughy-eyed boy who can't remember the stink ears to ruin all that. Seize him!
Don't do it, Caldwell. There's no telling what they'll do to the girl.
You think just because I love my daughter, I won't cling to tomorrow?
He really is as evil as they say.
Caldwell, what are you saying?
I closed my heart to love once and I can do it again. To your town with him then, with all haste officer lock stock, and your dog
You mind, Cladwell! Cladwell!
Why did I listen to that man? Why did I listen to the nature of his plan? And when he talked, I should have walked, I should have walked, I should have ran. Why did I listen to that?
You and you come with me. We'll get towards police headquarters. We'll see about these little disturbances. And Fip, yes, Cladwell, some of the legislature. I want full authority on the coming crackdown.
And joining my hands with this bad business, not on your life.
Don't kid yourself, Fip. Your hands are as filthy as a child's after sandbox time. But don't worry, you can wash them soon. Wash them in the banks of the Rio Del Rio. Now go. You and you, come with me.
Why did I listen to that crook? Why did Cash and Solomon really talk? That's how that dragon toilet made me king and I'm a snark. Why did I listen to that crook? You lied to us, Cladwell. You told us one thing, then you did another. That's what you did, Cladwell. That's what you did. Come along then, young Bobby. We can't have you screaming all the way down to Urinetown. But what about Hope? She's still with the others. What happens to me happens to her. What happens to you happens to us all sooner or later.
Rather later than sooner, I'd say.
Oh, but not to Hope. Oh, please, not to Hope.
Now we finally got you. Now you're in our claws, captured in our city of laws. There's no trial or jury, nothing to discuss. Now the law is speaking through us. You'll get Urinetown, off to Urinetown, Urinetown, now no more fuss.
Let go of me! I have to save Hope!
There's no saving Hope now, Miss Pennywise.
There may be no saving you either.
Oh no! Then take that! And that! And that! And a couple of these!
Hopes and dreams that knew me was his joy. How can I know he loved me so as if our show was like his toy? Why did I listen to that boy?
So what's it like? This Urinetown that I've heard so much about.
Perhaps it's better from the show.
What's this? Where are we?
You, my boy, stand on the very threshold.
The doorway is ahead of you. Step through and Urinetown awaits. Door, more like railing. And pigeons. A rooftop?
And a drop.
A decisive draw. I guess I still don't understand.
Never fear, the time of understanding is at hand.
Welcome then to the very gates of Urinetown itself.
Why did I listen to the cat?
My dad.
I went to run for him, he said it was so bad.
Was he sincere?
Well, now it's clear that I've been had. Why did I listen to
That crook, this is Urinetown. That's Urinetown. Yes, it's Urinetown. Look, there's public amenity number 47, and the legislature, and my boyhood home. Why, we're just standing on top of the UGC Headquarters building, and this is our town.
Yes, yes it is.
How could it be that we're in our town and Urinetown at the same time unless... Unless... Oh no, you couldn't have.
Over you go, then.
Wait a minute. So you're just gonna throw me off this roof, and that's supposed to be Urinetown? Death is Urinetown? That's one interpretation.
Shoveling a mop in his barrel. You know the drill.
What is taking them so long? They should have been back by now. Cladwell's not one to dilly-dally.
All night, the sirens and the screams. Maybe they're celebrating.
He's a good boy, my Bobby Strong. He won't let us down. If anyone can find the way to freedom, he can.
Otherwise, we kill the girl, right? That's the plan, isn't it?
Now let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we? Little Sally, what's going on up there?
It's...
Yes?
I saw Bobby.
Yes?
I don't think the meeting went very well.
Why do you say that?
Well, they threw him off a building.
What do you say, little Sally? Who threw who off a building?
Bobby! The policeman! They threw him off a building!
The police threw Bobby off a building? They couldn't have done such a thing. We have Cladwell's daughter.
Well, they did.
Is he all right?
Well, is he? Oh, Bobby! The policeman came soon enough, but not before I heard his last words.
His last words?
That's right. They were about her.
Well, what were they?
They were... Tell her I love her. Tell her I'll always be with her. And I will see her in a better place where hope is always new. Ours was a short time. Ours was a love that never bloomed. Yet in that love there is a brand new hope. It's calling out to you. Its call is soft and gentle, tame and fine. It's docile and benign.
A pickle in the brine. What did I say? That isn't what I meant. I've lost my sense of scent. I fear my life is spent. No one is innocent.
No one.
No one is innocent. What did he mean by that?
I don't know. He started fading in and out after a while. It was a miracle he was alive at all. The fool was so horrible.
How could he say I'm not innocent? Not innocent of what?
Not innocent. Who the hell does he think he is?
Wait! There's more. He said, tell all the people. Tell them the time is always now. Tell them to fight for what they know is right.
I've lost my sense of sight, and yet I see them standing hand in hand. I see them standing hand in hand, and cheek to cheek and glad. There still is hope
takes my Bobby.
Who will lead us now?
We're lost! Lost, I tell you, the rebellion is over!
Destroyed with a shove. What do we do?
I'll tell you what we do. We do it to her. Like they did it to him.
Or you could take me instead!
Miss Pennywise! Save her!
Yes, do whatever you feel you need to, but please, spare the child.
Old woman, you've been grasping and conniving all your days. Why so giving in now?
Because Hope is my daughter. And I am her mother. That's right, Hope, darling, I am your mother. The one-time lover of Cladwell P. Cladwell.
Strawhead!
Call me what you will! But it was during the stink year, see, and no one thought they had much time then, so many of us did questionable things. There was the looting, of course, and the hoarding, but there was also fond farewells and late-night trysts. Life was an explosion filled with riots, cheap cabarets, dancing girls,
And love!
oh yes, and love. There was love like no tomorrow, for you see, there was no tomorrow. But there is always a tomorrow of some kind or another, if you are willing to cling to it. After you were born, your father made me promise never to reveal my identity to you, for I was something of a strumpet in my day, but never in my
Enough! My heart is telling me many things right now, as you can all well imagine. But one thing it's bellowing louder than anything else is that if there's wrong in the world, we must right it.
You did a wonderful thing by coming here, Miss Pennywise. Mom. And if you can reform yourself, maybe we can reform a lot more than we know. Ladies and gentlemen of the rebellion,
If you want to do to me what they did to Bobby, I wouldn't blame you.
but if this righteous rebellion were to peter out in Bobby's absence, sending his memory to oblivion, I would blame you.
All of you!
Kill me and the rebellion dies with me. Let me lead you, and the rebellion will triumph
Lead us. She's mad.
to the very nerve center of my father's empire.
I've got a key.
And the guards know not to question me. But once we're there, we'll question Daddy. Oh yes, we'll question him plenty.
Why should we trust you?
Because Bobby, your hero, loved me.
And I loved him.
Oh, dear girl, on behalf of the people of this rebellion, perhaps we can learn to love you too someday.
It's all that really matters, isn't it? Love. Now let's go do to them what they were ultimately going to do to us! A lust for saving water, Madget's daughter, up for dead!
Pay it on your Stradivari. He's not sorry, not a shred.
He's not sorry. He's not sorry.
An absolute maze, that's for sure, Mr. Miz.
I'm going back down there to give it another look. You stay here to guard the streets.
I've been meaning to ask you, Mr. Lobstock, do you ever have any doubts about what we've been doing? About the killings and all?
It may surprise you to find that sometimes I do. But the health and safety of this community are my primary concerns. I love the people of this town, Miss Beryl, very much. Cladwell's edicts may be their only chance.
And I love you. Very much.
I see.
Well, that went pretty well.
Light up when Bobby roll, shine upheaval in the air. And as right gets starry, now you're sorry, you're up there.
You're sorry, now you're sorry.
way around the legislature, you know.
No offense, Senator, but Mr. Cladwell didn't want you flying the coop. What with the coming crackdown and all?
And what if we're flying the coop? What if I'm on my way to the airport right now catching the last airplane flight to Rio? What would you say to that?
Can I come?
And go from debasing, need erasing, need the knife. Let their blood flow like Campari. We're not sorry. Hey, that's life.
Not yet, sir. They're still searching the sewer system.
That's where they're keeping hope, I imagine. I only pray that when we get to heaven, she can find it in her heart to forgive me.
Giving up on me so soon, Daddy?
What? Why, Miss Cladwell, what an unexpected surprise.
Is there any other kind?
Oh, thank God you're safe.
Oh, I'm not safe yet, Daddy. But I will be. Soon all the people of this land will be safe.
Well, most of them anyway.
What?
It's all over, Caldwell. We've come to take you away.
Take me away, but to where?
To the same place you sent young Bobby.
And old so-and-so, and all those who wouldn't or couldn't meet your criminal fee hikes.
Seize him.
What's the meaning of this?
Oh, I joined the revolution, Daddy. And you? Well, I believe it's time you joined the expat community in Urinetown.
You're making a terrible mistake, Hope. You need me more than you think.
The only thing we need now is justice, Daddy, for the people. And love. Oh, yes, and love.
I used to think the same thing too, Hope, before the stink cures, but worldwide illogical devastation has a way of changing a man. You're too young to understand this now, Hope, but there really are more important things than love, like food and shelter, and water, for example.
And piles of cash.
It wasn't just cash, Miss Pennywise. It was an awful lot of cash. Long power,
Mr.
so
Cladwell.
long money, this time.
Remember when our nights were stormy?
Are you sorry?
Sure, I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry.
Just unsound.
Take him away.
I regret nothing, you hear me? Nothing. Sure, I was a cruel and vicious man, and maybe I was a bad father, but I kept the pee off the streets and the water in the ground, you hear me? I kept the water in the ground!
So, what now, Miss Cladwell?
Now is the beginning for all of us. Now is a new day when each of us, regardless of race, creed, class, or criminal history, can come together as one people and share the fruits of our labor as one. Now is the dawning of the age of compassion and the right to do whatever you'd like, whenever you'd like, with whomever you'd like, in whatever location you'd like. Ladies and gentlemen, today marks the final day of an age of fear, an age that has lasted far too long. And today marks the first day of a new age, A new age
Don't say it.
of hope. I see a river flowing for freedom. I see a river just in you. I see the river flowing for freedom. I see a river straight and true. Come to the river flowing for justice. Come to the river rendezvous. Come to the river flowing for justice. All for the people, me and you.
Well, as you guessed, Hope took over her father's business, instituting a series of reforms that opened up the public bathrooms for the people to pee for free whenever they liked, for as much as they liked, as long as they liked with whomever they liked. The UGC was renamed the Bobby Strong Memorial Toilet Authority and was opened up as a public trust for the benefit of the people.
Officer Lockstock, where'd you go?
Just keeping my head down, little Sally. Something you ought to learn to do.
But aren't you afraid the rebels will see you?
Oh, I may be a cop, little Sally, but I'm also the narrator, so none of these people can touch me. Not if they want this show to end.
So many people peeing at will. Thanks to the rebellion, the world is a much better place.
Actually, Miss Cladwell, your father commissioned a study of
My father was a tyrant. We need never fear him again. Justice is the only tyrant we need obey. Sisters and brothers fight for the river. Fathers and mothers, babies too. All in the family push toward the river. Shove toward the river, why don't you? Step in the river, wade in the river. Soak in the river, through and through. Once in the river, you are the river. Friends on the shoreline, jump into.
Of course, it wasn't long before the water turned silty, brackish, then disappeared altogether. Cruel as Caldwell B. Cladwell was, his methods effectively regulated water consumption, sparing this town the same fate as the phantom Urinetown. Hope, however, preferred to ignore the warning signs, basking in the people's love for as long as it lasted.
What kind of a musical is this? The good guys finally take over and then everything starts falling apart?
Like I said, little Sally, this isn't a happy musical.
But the music's so happy.
Yes, it is, little Sally. Yes, it is.
Oh, such a fever. If only I had a tall, cold glass of water, I might have a fighting chance. But don't you see, Mrs. Strong? The glass of water's inside of you. It always has been. It has? Of course it has. Don't you know what you are? A river. That's right. We all are. You are the river, I am the river. He is the river, she is too. All are the river, flowing for freedom, flowing for justice. Let's review.
See a river flowing for freedom. We see a river just in view. You see a river flowing for freedom. You see a river straight and true.
I don't think too many people are gonna come see this musical, Officer Lockstock.
Why not, little Sally? Don't you think people want to be told that their way of living is unsustainable?
That and the title's awful. Can we have a happy musical next time?
If there is the next time, little Sally, I'm sure that we can. Well, that's our story. Hope eventually joined her father in a manner not quite so gentle. Mr. McQueen opened up a bottling factory just outside of Brasilia, till the Amazon dried up. Then he moved. As for the people of this city, they did as best they could, but they were prepared for the world that they inherited, weaned as they were on the legends born of their founding fathers' scare tactics. For when the water dried up, they realized their town for the first time for what it truly was, what it was always waiting to be.